Guys, Tracy here with CocoCon Essential Oils to talk to you today about hydrosols. Hydrosols are a little bit less known compared to their counterpart essential oils. But hydrosols are the other part of the essential oil distillation process. Let's use lavender for example. You take all these lavender flower tops, put them in a big vat, boil water underneath them, and then that water or heat or steam passes through the plant material and pops open the tiny sacs of essential oil, and then they go through a cold pipe, and the cold pipe separates the essential oil from the hydrosol. So it's kind of neat because you get two products with no waste, and they're both great products in different ways. You know, they both have very similar therapeutic values, but you use them differently. So the essential oil is much more concentrated, and the hydrosol is much more gentle. So we currently carry 5 hydrosols here at CocoCon. And I'm going to talk to about each hydrosol with you today. But first I want to talk about shelf life, how to care for your hydrosols, because it's quite a bit different than the essential oils. They're aqueous based, so that means it's a water solution. So that makes them more susceptible to contamination and bacteria, and they might have a much shorter shelf life. So when you're buying hydrosols, it's very important that you know when they were distilled, they're of high quality, that you trust the people you're buying from, that they've been kept in good condition, because they generally have a 1 to 2 year shelf life, generally speaking. And I always encourage people to use up your hydrosols within a year. It's very easy to do. You can drink them, you can spray them on your skin. These are 4-ounce bottles, but they go really fast. As long as you use them, you don't tuck them away in a cabinet. So that is something to know about your shelf life of your hydrosols. So another thing I want to say is, if you're going to drink them or something, or you're opening them up, make sure you don't put your hands inside the bottle. Just you want to, make sure your hands are clean, and then don't touch anything, so that you're not introducing any bacteria or contamination that may be on your hands. You really won't find hydrosols in any natural health food stores. You'll have to find them from a local, usually smaller essential oil company, and that's because of their shelf life issues, and because they're fragile. But they're really highly beneficial, and lots of great ways to use them. So all of that being said, let's start with peppermint hydrosol. By the way, all the hydrosols we carry, we have the distillation date on the product page, and also on the side of the bottle we have a best before buy date, so you know when to use them up by. And all of them are certified organic through the farmers too. But the peppermint hydrosol is very good for acne skin, so you can use it as a toner for teenagers or adult acne. You would cleanse your face, spritz the peppermint hydrosol, and then put your cream or moisturizer on after. It's also really good for any digestive issues, upset tummies, anything digestive related. And for that, you can drink it. You can drink it straight, or you could do like a tablespoon in a little cup and top it off with 3 or 4 tablespoons on top and drink it that way. I like to do that for its energizing, uplifting properties. So that's a great way to use it, just as a pick-me-up and an energy boost every morning. Add it that way. And it's also good for soothing painful situations. So, if you have any kind of a painful area, you can spritz it right on there. And if you have hot flashes, or you're going through menopause, or you're out on a hot day, a hot summer day, spritz it on your ankles for its anti-inflammatory and cooling properties. Spritz it around your face when you're feeling that heat wave come on. So those are other great ways that you can use the peppermint hydrosol. Next, we're going to talk about rose geranium, and the rose geranium hydrosol is really good for any inflamed, red, rashy, bumpy skin situations, including rosacea. Again, you can use it as a skin toner, so you can put it, cleanse your face, use your rose geranium hydrosol as your toner, and then use your face cream product after. If you get poison ivy or any itchy, rashy, hot situations, it's very good at cooling and calming. So one of my personal favorites. I love it. Smells divine too. I use that one for my skin toner. Next we have the lavender hydrosol, and it is also good for sun damaged skin, dry skin. It's good for, as a toner again. It's also a good for wound soothing properties. So if you get a little cut, you can spritz it on your cut. It's not really one that people drink very much. It doesn't taste very good, so it's more of a topical application hydrosol. Next we have frankincense hydrosol. Frankincense, the hydrosol has a lot of the same properties that the essential oil does, as do all the others if you haven't quite noticed. But the frankincense hydrosol is really good. Another good one for dry aging skin. It's good for that anger and anxiety. You can just, literally you can either spritz it in the air and walk into it, or spritz it right on your face. I kind of switch up actually for my toners. I do rose geranium sometimes, and then I'll switch to frankincense sometimes. But it's also good for gum health, and it's good for respiratory health. It's good for wound soothing properties, pain relieving properties, especially that cold chronic joint type pain. You can spray it right on there, spray it on wounds to help clean them up before you finish your doctoring up. And I think that's all. I feel like I'm forgetting something about frankincense hydrosol, but those are the top great uses and properties of the frankincense hydrosol. And then the eucalyptus hydrosol is really a good respiratory hydrosol. So I really recommend it, especially to a lot of healthcare professionals. They can spritz it on their hands, spritz it around their face and on their chest throughout the day for its respiratory and immune supporting properties. So that's one of my favorite ways to use the eucalyptus hydrosol. So anyways, I hope you guys got some new ideas and education on what hydrosols are, and these 5 kind of common ones and ways that you can use them in your everyday life. Stay well, and I will see you next time.